Hey everyone, today we are back in the custom pack. Feel free to pause, take a look at the pack if you want. This pack is called the Attack pack. And I wanted to have a little discussion about music before we really get into the run. As you know, I love EDM music. I add it to kind of the end of most of my videos just as a little send-off right off into the sunset, as I like to call it, being from the West Coast here. And usually I do that just because I have a lot of bonus clips that would otherwise go to waste, so anybody that wants to kind of hang out a little bit more and enjoy the clips, maybe learn a little bit something extra from seeing more full clips like the main run. But yeah, my music taste has been very interesting throughout my life. So growing up kind of in like middle and high school, it was always an interesting topic of discussion for new people I met. They're like, hey, what kind of music you listen to? They'd be like, oh yeah, I listen to, like classic rock, or I listen to, R&B, or, obviously hip hop, rap. R&B was very, very popular when I was growing up in the, in the 2000s. And so my music taste was on two opposite sides of the spectrum. I love reggae. And that's kind of where the I Pilled the Sturgeon kind of influence came from. Love reggae. Obviously, it starts with Bob Marley and the kind of roots reggae. Kind of transitioned to the California reggae style. Kind of like Slightly Stupid, The Expendables, other bands in that realm if you're familiar with them. Revolution, obviously, one of the kings of the subgenre, if you want to call it that. And the other one is metal music, or more specifically metalcore music. If you're not familiar with it, this is the music that they are screaming and people are throwing their arms around in a mosh pit, and it looks very scary and very dangerous. And I did my fair share of moshing, and it's the moshing where I really like the environment. A lot of people see it as very violent and intimidating. But actually, with metalcore music, I don't know if this is true for all subgenres of metal music, but with metalcore, the mosh pits, you're basically not allowed or not supposed to initiate contact with anyone. You're supposed to basically get your own space and then start swinging, and you're supposed to do it in a controlled way where you're not just moving all over the place. You're staying within one little space swinging, and everybody around you has to recognize that and respect your space. Now, if people don't respect your space, someone comes flying in, that's kind of their problem, right? I've seen my brother before throw a back fist, a spinning back fist, and some poor girl just got caught in the line of fire just trying to get to the front of the pit to get a better view of the show. And it was absolutely brutal. Obviously, when stuff like that happens and someone goes down, everybody stops. You pick them up. You make sure they're okay. If they need to get out of there, you make sure you give everybody the signal ahead. Make sure they have somebody to escort them. And yeah, it's a really cool environment when you recognize that and kind of help people out and get to that point. I've lost many shoes in circle pits, and very quickly, you just kind of raise your hand and say, hey, I lost my shoe while you're going, and pretty soon you'll just get shoes shoved into your chest. And you're like, oh, this isn't my shoe. Oh, there's my shoe. I got one. I need one more shoe. So yeah, good times, good times. All of that rant being said, the name of the pack is Attack because of a metalcore band named Attack that I used to love. I went to a Warped Tour in San Diego, I think it was 2011. And I got to see Attack, and I was so excited about it. I was moshing, I was doing my thing. They have one song called Stick Stickly has like an electronic kind of EDM breakdown within the song towards the end of it. And I was wearing basketball shorts to this show, and I just had my phone and my wallet in my pockets. So at some point during this song, I was moving around like crazy. My phone fell out of my pocket. I didn't realize it until right when the song ended. And I remember looking at my brother and he's like, hey man, we'll try to find it after, but there's nothing we can do right now. I tried telling people around, but the show's still going on. So it's like, that's kind of a tough one. And So yeah, the show ended. People cleared out. We very quickly found a completely smashed to bits phone. And yeah, it was a memory. Good memory. I should say a combination of a frustrating memory with a good memory. So let's get into the pack. That's probably the most non-super auto pets rambling I've ever done before actually getting into the run. So the attack pack is all set up for pets that benefit from attack scaling. So you see here the 3 examples in the front line, the Dodo, which is going to be the main theme of the pack, as well as the Warthog and the Stonefish. The Stonefish is a pet I've thrown in a good amount of packs lately. I just think it's a fairly underutilized pet. It's honestly really good just at level 1. It pretty much guarantees it's going to trade with whatever unit it's matching up against. But yeah, it's a lot of times if you scale up a Stonefish and it's the strongest unit on your team, you're not going to get much benefit out of the ability. So I get why a lot of people don't use it, but right there you see it gave us the win. So I'm like, all right, it's going well already. 1.5 visitor bug, just decide to get off it because at this point it's somewhat of a monkey spam and cow scaling spam. And you see I'm just feeding the Dodo is the main thing, not feeding the Stonefish at all. And this was my whole plan with the pack, is you basically only scale a couple things. So like 2 or 3 things on your team you're scaling, and then hopefully through the benefit of the scaling those units, their abilities are going to scale the rest of the team. So Dodo's perfect example, Warthog. There's Fire Ant as well. I actually don't think I put Fire Ant in this pack. I think it was just a blatant miss in this pack. I've used Fire Ant in combination with Warthog for a lot of runs, so I'm kind of happy that I missed it because it's kind of too easy going the Fire Ant Warthog combo if you have it set up. And especially if you go things like the tier 6 that's going to make a very heavy appearance here, the Hydra, as well as the Lionfish. 2 tier 6s that are just absolutely devastating if you level them up and get like 30 plus attack on them. The Hydra, if you have the Fire Ant Warthog Hydra combo, the Fire Ant is going to hit the highest tier units. So considering the Warthog and the Hydra are both going to be the highest tier units on your team, then it's just guaranteed to hit them. It's guaranteed to be devastating. So on that note, in comes the Hydra. Looks like we're already putting equipment. At this point, only have a level 1 monkey, 6 trophies, 2 hearts remaining. The television is going to break next turn, which is 2/2 in stats. So I figure I can leave the monkey and basically get 4/4 stats on the Warthog, or I can get 2/2 stats on the Warthog and get 2/2 stats on the Lionfish. Decide to keep the monkey for now. I think partly because I wanted to ensure this Warthog was going to get to 50 attack with the Dodo. And that was the goal, was scale to a certain point when I know I'm maximizing like my big first attack unit, the first thing that's going to trigger in the battle. And then after that, we'll let it play out. Looks like we can't pass up a cat and a chicken leg though, so gonna take that. I wonder if I'm just gonna buy the chicken leg and then sell it. Probably not. I'll probably keep it for one more turn since we only have 6 trophies. And since there's already a cat on the team, I probably want to find some foods. But yeah, melon's important as well. Protection is very important when you have like base stats pets that you're passing only attack, or you're passing stats to like during battle. And a 19 attack Stonefish level 1 is actually like really good considering it's just, is that still just a base stat Stonefish? 9/8? It might have a little bit of stats, I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, at this point, 7 trophies. We got equipment on everything. Now the only thing we need to do is scale. And it's kind of perfect for the cows and the zebras. Zebra is such a good value. 4/4 stats for 2 gold. If you have 4 units you're going to keep on your team, it's literally the perfect use. And then a cow is also perfect for this team because I don't want to scale like crazy, but just getting that little extra health to make sure we can absorb the snipes is honestly perfect. And the fact that these stats are kind of just getting spread out everywhere is exactly what I want. And this is crazy. Probably because the melon's in the shop, I don't even buy the cow. I'm like, this is it. Typically, I don't make that move until 9 trophies. But in these runs, you can see I'm like, all right, I want to get it set up. And look at that. We barely survived the snipes. The Warthog actually hits our middle 2 units, and we win with ease. We go to 9 trophies. And if you know the current state of custom packs, you are not winning with ease lately. It is very difficult. We're going to have some special guests come in now. Check this team out. Shout out Not a Game Devlog, running the Quad Gelada Radish, so they get the guaranteed. I don't have any grounded seal of approval graphic, so you get a duck instead. Congratulations on your duck. And that was just beautiful. That was just beautiful. I was pretty devastated for Not a Game Devlog when I ran into this team because obviously we're winning this battle on our end. Typically, I didn't think this team could probably lose to a lot of teams, especially disruption teams, but yeah, he ended up, I don't think, winning on his end either when I asked him. So let's check this out. Look at this team. A level 3 vulture with like a crazy seagull popcorn. Is it the usual suspect? I mean, the vulture is absolutely insane, but with the warthog, check this out. We actually have a chance. And with the lemon, we actually get it done. And it was grounded. What up, grounded? And here is another one, the Axo spam. I mean, it's turn 19, so it's kind of no surprise at this point. But I was running into Axo teams non-stop. And I have a pretty good team going myself. You see I have a level 3 Hoopo bird. I wasn't happy when I carried the Hoopo birds this far because it wasn't really meant to stay on the team long term in this pack. And yeah, you'll see the reason I'm showing this, just like it was with grounded. Gosh, the level 2 Hydra, sorry, I'm getting distracted now, is so good, but unfortunately we just don't get the Axo. But yeah, the last one was grounded. This one's Troubadour. What up, Troubadour? And I was shocked, right? Those were back-to-back battles. I was shocked that I ran into both of them, and they were both running like these meta teams. And here's just another couple battles just to show you some of the things you have to deal with. That's a turn 11 full Oyster Mushroom Anubis Dung Beetle setup. It's pretty rough out there. This is that same run later, 8 trophies, 1 heart. It's not only the full Axo meta setup with a toucan skewer, but also a good dog. And it's not just a toucan skewer, it's a good dog, so the toucan gets whatever. I mean, super fun team, but it's just devastating to run into that. So devastating. So now we're going to get into some more of the fun bonus clips. Here is a double Dodo. And you see here I'm using the front Dodo on my lowest statted unit, the cat up front. And I actually have a palm tree, so the cat gets a coconut. So our lowest statted 6-7 cat, or in this case the 8-4 lionfish, is going to instantly get the 25 or now 31 attack from the level 2 Dodo, and then it's going to get a coconut. So we're basically turning a base stat unit into the strongest unit on our team by a country mile. And yeah, let's see how it goes. And it's really fun. Oh, the snipes are devastating. Actually, check that. They're not devastating. We kind of get away with it. Don't even see the Hydra. And it's really fun to get the double Dodo going, and then just basically, I mean, look, we bring the Hydra in, we bring the lionfish in, and the game is just a complete joke at this point. Like, you just win so easily if the other team doesn't have any disruption, and then you start running into the scary teams. And we need the Warthog to faint before that Hydra gets knocked out. So it's unfortunate. Go down to 1 heart with this run. And we run into a 50-50 level 2 Saiga Antelope, but it's only a 4 squad, so they only get 6 trumpets. I was so confused by that. I mean, and they only had 1 heart. So double Dodo, super fun, right? And I said if I had Fire Ant in this pack, I probably would have gone Fire Ant Warthog. Well, why not instead? It's almost better to just go double Warthog. You're playing a little bit of the RNG game. If you play this pack, I should have it linked. Hopefully I have it linked in the description. I'm trying to get better about that. I'm sorry. But if I do, you might want to consider adding Donut. If you're looking to go like a double Warthog like this, you put a donut on that middle Warthog to guarantee the front one's going to pass the stats back. I don't know if when a donut unit caps out at 50-50, if then the stats will start hitting something else, or if the stats will just get wasted on that donut unit. So maybe not if that's the case. But yeah, you can see here the double Warthog. We bring in the lionfish in the back. Of course, have the level 3 hatching chick. And the great thing about using the Dodo setup and all this is you only need to get it to level 2. Because getting a Dodo to like 25, 35 attack is fairly simple when you're transitioning the rest of the team to high tier units. Because basically from turn 5 on, you're just going to throw every porridge, pear, lasagna that you see. You know, you're selling puppies to get the lasagnas. Just all of that jazz. And yeah, look here. We have a 50-50 lionfish that was a base stat 8-4 in the back. So I was having way too much with this. Check this out. 9 trophies, 1 heart remaining. Turn 15, we have a level 2 Panther on turn 15. That's basically base stats. I think we've thrown 1 or 2 foods on it. It's a little higher than base stats. It's had no equipment this whole game. So it's the first turn I put equipment on the Panther, and I actually decide to not throw both milks, have a level 2 28 attack stonefish up front, which once I got to 28 attack, I'm like, that's fine. This thing will trade with a 50-50, even a 50-50 with coconut. That stonefish will trade with because it does 200% of its attack back. So I was like, this is a great team, and check out this clutch lemon on the Panther. It absorbs 2 snipes, one of them being the leopard snipe, another one being a pineapple snipe. I'm not sure. I think a dolphin pineapple snipe, so like 6 or 7 damage or something. So yeah, that felt good. And now we're hopping into a couple more bonus. What do we got going here? Just looks like some more attack bonus. The same stuff, same but different. Just showing how I transition the team. So level 3 lioness or lionfish, sorry. That's actually crazy. And yeah, just keeping the Dodo on the level 3 lionfish, because it's like, yeah, we have level 3. I don't think there's a point in doing the Dodo Hydra at this point. And then we get the Warthog. So it's like, all right, just get the Warthog. And look, the lionfish still gets the 36. That's pretty good. And unfortunately, we don't get to see it. But yeah, gonna slow down the end of this one here and then hop into a couple more bonus, and we're gonna ride off into the sunset pretty quick. And riding off into the sunset, speaking about the final bonus clip, where I'm gonna show a good amount of the run, partially because it's a Mantis run, and 2, I do something pretty fun / crazy / I don't know what you want to call it. Some people it makes really mad. Some people it excites. Some people they're just like, whatever. You were running Mantis, so it's broken anyway. But yeah, I'll call it a reject scaling method. Think of the yellow boxfish. Like you have a 50-50 pet. I think I had a 50-50 albatross with a double link setup. And I brought in a boxfish, pilled it, removed 30-30 stats from that albatross. Well, we do that plus a little more in this last run. It's not with the boxfish either. I'm just using that as an example. Yeah, this run here, it looks like we have a pretty dominant setup, just working our way to the level 3 Hydra. And that's the thing, if you get the level 3 Hydra setup, if you get a level 3 50-50 Hydra, it's devastating. And this coconut Dodo setup as well, I was like, that is it. Like, that setup is so great. As you hear the music come in, we're gonna vibe out a little bit with this one. Oh yeah, before we do though, I had an opportunity for an Adventures of a Turn 1 Tier 2. it was a hedgehog and a thunderbird. And considering I mean, they both are good options, honestly, but of course hedgehog, I think one of the best pets in the game. Here's what the run turned into. Super interesting battle here with the Kraken, Microbe, Evil Book, summoning the Cthulhu, the Great One. Gosh, and then the small ones as well. Like, what the heck? That was insane. So in a complete act of desperation, I decided to go double Warthog into my Hydra. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.